No, because
There it is. There
there it is.
Hey, 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 all. So no, I didn't get new digs, but check it out. I got me a screen, so I'm like sort of professional now. Yeah.
I haven't because it's a brick wall and it helps me look more hipster, so I'm just gonna go with it.
It
Screw
does. It does. It does. Now, some weeks I might flip this around. There's pretty flowers on the other side.
Ooh.
I know. It's awesome. But anyway, I digress. That was like my big thing over the last 2 weeks was I got a screen.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm not sure what that says about my life, but when that's like the highlight.
I'm trying to think of the highlights of my. Yeah. Got nothing.
Nothing.
No. Well, no. I do have a highlight.
Oh.
My doctor says I'm now allowed to eat gluten again. I'm so happy. Y'all don't even know. I can have Chinese food again. I can have a burger.
It's very exciting news.
I know. I'm so excited about that.
Hooray! You can have cookies again.
I did. I had somebody at work gave me a cookie, and it was oatmeal raisin, and it was so delicious.
That sounds really good.
It does, and it was even a store-made cookie. It was made at Meijer's.
Wow.
Yeah, but Meijer's has a good bakery, so.
Yeah. So, did you have a right to that cookie?
I did because he offered it to me, and so it was my right to say yes or no, and I said yes.
Did it taste like freedom?
Oh, like you don't even know. Oh, like on a scale of 1 to 10 bald eagles, it was like clearly like almost a 7.
Wow.
Like you don't even know.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what we're hinting at here, dear viewers, is tonight we're going to try to tell you what the differences are between freedom, rights, and wants.
Wow, are we going to do like a Sesame Street? Because that would be kind of cool.
Oh, we so should. Oh! That would be awesome. Why didn't we think of that before we went on? We're weird.
If we have a budget big enough, we're so getting puppets. Oh my goodness. How much fun would that be?
Grover. Grover is one of my favorites. But we're getting off track because now we're talking about Sesame Street.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sesame Street is not a right. See, the thing is that nowadays there seems to be difficulty among the general population in understanding the difference between a right and a want. And I believe that tonight, in the short time that we have together, dear viewers, that we are going to try to pick that apart and leave you with a very clear understanding of what the difference is between a right and a want.
Wait, isn't a right something that I really, 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 really want really bad? Isn't that a right?
No, not necessarily. It depends.
Isn't the government supposed to pay for everything that I want in life? Isn't that the right of me as being an American?
Well, and that is a very valid point there, Miss Sparkles, because actually that ties in nicely. The State of the Union address brought up Obama brought up a lot of different things in that, and I will be very honest, I did not watch the whole thing. In fact, I didn't watch any of it. I listened to some of it on the radio, and then when I almost crashed my car like 5 times, I decided it probably would be better not to listen to it because I was spending more time pointing at and screaming at my radio than I was watching the road. Unsafe. So, but one of the things that he brought up was this notion of education and that it's a right. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't necessarily see education as a right, particularly higher education. When you're getting into the college level area, that is not a right so much as it is a want/privilege. But he wants to make it free because it's a right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Because I've been told all my life, ain't nothing free. So if it's going to be free to these people, who, pray tell, is going to be paying for it? Or where is the money for it going to come from? Because I'm pretty sure the teachers want to get paid, the buildings are going to have to be maintained, and the people that do the upkeep would like to also get paid and also need the supplies to keep the lights going and to keep the water going and to keep everything sparkly clean.
Right.
So the money for all this has to come from somewhere. And we figured out where this magical money is going to come from.
We have, and it is truly magical money. According to Obama, the way we're going to pay for the free education, and I love that because how do you pay for something that's free, but it's not really free, you do still have to pay for it, that is going to come out of taxes. Specifically, taxes on the top 1% earners in the nation. You know, the people that own companies and create jobs, we're going to tax them more. I believe the tax rate that he is looking at is at 34%. We're going to tax them at. Yeah.
Yay.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about that, except that I would like Obama to take a look at the Laffer curve, which is a very interesting thing that came about in the 80s. Okay, so this is really cool. Imagine an arc. Okay, you got a level playing field, and then there's an arc. Okay? So what the Laffer curve says is that at these 2 points, you get nothing. You get no money out of people. And those 2 points are 0%. If you tax people at 0%, you're not going to get any money. And if you tax people at 100%, you're not going to get any money. And the reason you're not going to get any money is, why am I going to go to work if I'm going to give my paycheck over to somebody else? I'm not. So I'm not going to go to work. Ta-da! No money. So somewhere in the middle is a point at which it's kind of like the sweet spot where you're taxing low enough that people don't really hide any of their money. They want to go make money because they're going to keep a lot of it. But it's taxed high enough that you're getting enough of a revenue so that you can fund the things that the government is already supposed to fund, like Social Security, welfare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these social programs that the government is beholden to. So you want to find that sweet spot. Now, I'm going to argue that 34% is not in the sweet spot. When you're telling somebody that they're only going to get to keep 66% of what they make, there's a really good incentive to start hiding the money that you've made or giving it away.
Because you're talking about the 34% is only federal. You still have to pay your state and possibly local taxes on top of it.
Right, and let's not forget the capital gains tax, because God forbid you dip into any of your investments that you have made over time that you are already taxed on the money that you used to invest, and then when you take it out, you're going to get taxed again. And I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that the capital gains tax right now is at 50%.
Yes, it's fairly high. I forgot where it's at, but higher than where it definitely should be.
Right. So you get taxed when you originally make the money.
Yep.
And you invest it because you want to make money off of the money that you've already been taxed on. But when you pull it out of that investment, then you get taxed on whatever it was that you gained on it, hence the term capital gains tax, because your capital is the money you eventually put in. The gains is the interest that you earned on it, or the gain of your investment. It's your capital gain.
Yeah.
And you're going to get taxed on that money.
You die too.
What?
Don't forget, you get taxed when you die too.
Well, you don't, but your relatives sure do.
Right.
Yeah. If you're going to leave it...
Basically, no matter what you do, if you have money, the government wants it one way or another.
They're going to get it one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
So again, that 34% then is pretty steep. I mean, basically, when you start figuring in capital gains tax, your estate tax, if you live in a state that you have to pay state tax, I happen to not. I live in Nevada, so we don't have a state tax. Thank you, gamblers. We love you. But most people do live in a state that has a state tax. So really, when you raise it to 34% for the federal side of things, sorry, my brain, you don't want to get in there. So they're really getting taxed at about 50 to 55% of their income. So what you're saying is these super rich, the people that make the companies, that make the products, that expand their businesses, thereby creating jobs that the rest of us want and need, you're going to tax them to oblivion. They only get to keep 50 cents on the dollar, 55 if they're lucky. That's stupid. If I'm super rich, I'm hiring CPAs that will tell me, no, remember you donated that money. No, remember you gifted that money. No. Remember that Swiss bank account? Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm hiring somebody who knows how to game the system, who knows exactly what to do to hide my money, so that I am going to still be taxed at that 50%, but I'm only going to be taxed 50% on, let's say, 60% of my income. Smart. And that's what rich people do. Or they leave. They pick up their toys and they go home. And they find a new home. Probably Belize.
Yeah, I hear it's lovely down there. Of course, I live in Michigan, so most states are better than my state. I mean, there's a few that are worse, don't get me wrong. But a lot of them are better, because my governor is an idiot. I don't like him. I really don't. And I don't want to go into the reasons I don't, but I really don't like him. And if you want to know who my governor is, just look up Snyder, and you'll be like, oh, we feel so sorry for you, Miss Sparkles.
Yeah.
Here, come live in my state. It's really awesome.
You should
Just
come live in my state. I'm trying to get you to come live in my state. I'm trying to find you a job. That's all.
it's basically, I need to have a job and a place to live because, don't get me wrong, I love staying at your house when I was there, but you have children and dogs, and I'm used to living by myself, and that was really a lot for me.
I have a crazy family. This is true. I'm used to it, but most people are not.
Well, when you have social anxiety and you're used to being a hermit and you live by yourself and you're used to a lot of quiet, and there's children and puppies,
Yeah.
and the puppies like to love on you, and you're not used to that many things coming at you, it's a lot to take in. Just saying.
But,
Anyhow,
but see,
back to what we're talking about.
Now Miss Sparkles understands why I relish my quiet time. When I tell people I had 2 hours of silence, everyone's like, okay, but now she knows. Yeah, that's a huge deal. Anyway, I digress.
Back to what we're discussing.
Right, because we were talking about how we're going to pay for this free schooling, and we're going to pay for it by taxing the rich. But as I've explained, by raising that tax rate, you're actually going to end up taking in less revenue. Seriously, viewers, if you do not know the Laffer curve, I strongly recommend you look it up and research it. I would also, at this time, like to strongly recommend that you look up either the flat tax or the fair tax, because these are ways we can fix this whole tax debacle.
I say fair tax and get rid of the IRS.
Yeah. We don't need no stinking IRS. I don't want them. Yeah.
Also,
Maybe
while
like
I'm at it,
Fonzie. Yeah.
vote for me in 2016. Okay, I just had to throw that in there. Vote for me for libertarian dictator in 2016.
Sparkles. She's going to give us freedom and we're going to like it.
Darn straight. Speaking of freedom,
Yes.
because we have such a big budget here on the show,
We do.
I went to our graphics department. I said, I need placards. Make me up placards of what these words mean. So, this is what they gave me. I love our graphics department.
They're amazing.
If you could read these for the people, if I can hold these.
I will. Can you lift it up just a bit? Perfect. Freedom, the state or quality of being free.
So now we know what freedom means. That's a. All right.
Freedom is important. You know what the best freedom is? Just hold on. You know what the best freedom is?
Huh?
Paying your own bills.
Oh my goodness.
It's so freeing.
Here's the thing. One of my favorite freedoms, especially comes with being an adult. I get to buy my own groceries, and I get to choose what I have for supper.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand. There's days, ice cream. Why? Because adult life.
Because you can.
Yeah. Adult life.
I certainly hope nobody else can hear the dog barking.
No, I don't hear any dogs. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all in your head. Ready? Here's our next.
Ready. Do it. Let's do this. Bum, bum, bum. Rights. A privilege that a person gets by law, nature, or tradition.
You know, as you're reading these, nobody can see how awesome our graphic department is. There we are. This is how awesome our graphic department is because we're so high budgeted around here. Just want everybody to see how
we have so much money. We're gonna get taxed at 34% if we're not careful.
I think I'm already there with my federal state together. Like I said, I love my state. It's the best state ever.
Ever!
Yay!
Hooray! No.
Hey, you're you ready for this one?
Okay, this one I have not read yet.
This is the all-important one because we've been hearing so much about this for the last who knows how long. Because our wants, other people's wants, have to come before certain people's rights and freedoms. Because
Absolutely.
it's what I want.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh,
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Okay.
Can you read that?
I can read it. Once.
All right. Go ahead and read it.
Wants, desires, wishes, unicorn dreams. Yes. That is what we all want.
And I would like to say all these came from the Webster's Dictionary. All the definitions came straight out of the dictionary. Nothing made up.
We don't chintz on anything here at the Dames.
No. No. All factual. No.
Yeah. Me and my plastic cup, because I'm super fancy.
That's right. I'm drinking out of a tin can, so I mean.
Nice.
Right?
So let's talk about wants for a little bit.
Good. I have a whole list of wants. Where do I start? I want to be a size 10.
Oh, wait.
Hourglass figure. Huh? Oh.
I was poof.
Poof. I also would like to be a multi-millionaire and have a house that, with a water heater, I don't have to light every time I want to take a hot shower or wash my dishes. I also would like just to have a house, because then it's not a trailer. Yeah, wouldn't it? I also would, with the whole multi-millionaire thing, it's just mainly so I don't have to leave my house and I can go no pants and never have to wear shoes again unless I really need to. Yeah, it's the simple things in life.
Yeah, I'm thinking multi-millionaire would be good, but I would like to be almost like a trust fund baby, because if I earn the money, then I'm going to get taxed at a ridiculous amount, and they're going to take half my money that I worked really hard for. Here's the thought. Here, let me just ask. I don't know if any of our viewers are even remotely liberal, but if you are, I pose a question to you, and I really, really, really would love an answer to this question. So please, at In-Depth Girlism or at Beautifly Wings, give us the answer. Here's the question.
Or you can put it on the Facebook page.
Yes, or the Facebook page. Okay, it's hard to brain right now. So
it's the weekend.
It really hasn't started yet for me, but it will eventually. So if you are of the frame of mind that yes, the rich need to give their fair share, I hate that term, how much of my money do you think you get? Conversely, how much of my money that I earn should I be able to keep?
That's a good question.
Isn't it? And
yeah.
And you know what? Whenever I ask liberal people that question, how much money should I be able to keep? Of the, out of $1, how many cents should I be able to keep out of the dollar? None of them have ever answered me. Ever. So if anybody does have an answer, I would very much love to hear it. I'm all for debate on this one.
Oh, me too. Because the more I look into the tax history of our nation, the more I'm sitting there going, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what happened at the beginning of last century that just all of a sudden just turned America into a
I don't know.
It's one of those things, it kills me inside that so many people left all these countries because of what was going on over there. Maybe that's it. They kind of were homesick and wanted to bring a little bit of it back, to America, so they decided taxing's a great way of doing it. So we have that little bit of home right here. Maybe that's what happened.
That could be because we suffer that here in Nevada with Californians coming over here because they don't like how things are run in California. So then they come here and then they want to turn it into like mini-me California. It's bizarre. And all I want to do is shake them and go, stop it! We are not California. Stop trying to make us be California. We don't have coasts. We don't. Well, we have mountains.
You don't have a wine country, as far as I know.
Well, not wine country. Like over in Pahrump, there's a couple wineries. I haven't been to them yet. I've lived here 12 years and I've never been to them. There's something wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I obviously am just an idiot. But I do. If somebody could answer that for me, how much of my own money that I make should I be able to keep? Also, did you know that before we had income tax, we had roads and police officers and firefighters and teachers and a post office?
What?
I know.
Crazy talk.
I know.
No way.
It's true. You can fact check me all you'd like, all the livelong day. But prior to invoking an income tax on people, we were, in fact, able to pay for stuff like that. Crazy.
Wow. My mind is completely blown.
Yeah. And see, here's my other problem is that the government can't promise free stuff because the government doesn't actually make anything. They don't really have a guaranteed revenue.
Out of the congressman.
Oh, this is, Hey, if somebody could tell me what really happened to Harry Reid, I'd like that too, because there is no way that man was injured in an exercise accident.
I'm going to tell you what I told somebody on Twitter. If they said it's an accident, it was an accident. Capiche?
Mm.
You went to that museum.
I guarantee you. His injuries are all consistent with a fall down the stairs. Thump to the head, broken ribs, hurt wrist. Those are all...
You think his wife beat him up?
No, I think he tripped and fell down the stairs. I do. I think he fell down the stairs, and instead of saying, I tripped and fell down the stairs like a normal person would say, because normal people do that sometimes, he had to make up some cockamamie story about how he was working out and the equipment failed. I don't know. I don't work out a whole lot, but I am familiar with various gym equipment. I don't know of a piece of equipment that can hit you on the side of the head, blinding you, and hurt your shoulder, and hurt your ribs, and hurt your wrist. Now, there are plenty of pieces of equipment that could hurt you in each of those areas individually. But, I mean, unless he was doing circuit training and he got injured on every circuit, this is not,
maybe
I
just don't know.
Maybe. I feel for the man. I'm sorry. I don't like to see people get injured, generally speaking, even Harry Reid. I disagree with him.
You're not supposed to laugh at old people. That's the one thing my mom always told me. You're not allowed to laugh at them when they get hurt like that. It's in very poor taste. Even
I'm
if
not
they are.
laughing. Well, okay, I laughed a little bit, but that was because I was trying to envision the circuit training and like
Well,
turn it into a cartoon in my head.
visualize how it could happen. Yeah, so funny scenarios pop up. I'm not going to lie, because we it. I'm sitting there going, is he in such poor health that he has osteoporosis and no one has said anything to him? And that's how all his bones broke so easily? I mean, we already know his mind's somewhat going because, let's face it, he has Koch brothers Tourette's. I almost said the wrong way. Koch brothers Tourette's, where everything is just the Koch brothers' fault.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem that we're going to need to address. But anyway, if anybody knows anything about this, and I'm sure you don't because, you know, he lives in this, like, well, he lives in Henderson now, so maybe somebody does know. Ooh. Anyway, just for my own information, you know, direct message me on Twitter, IndubGirlism. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. I'll keep your name out of it. I promise. So, anyway.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? We were talking about taxes and freedom and paying for stuff.
Well, I think there's more to freedoms, rights, and wants than just the tax part of it.
There is. You
Yeah,
know,
because we spent like about a half hour talking about taxes, and as much as I really do hate them, there's other freedoms I'd really like to talk about.
yeah, do it.
Freedom of speech and freedom of press. Because let's face it, that Charlie Hebdo thing. I always forget if I have the D and the B in the right spots when I say that name.
BDO.
But anyways,
Yeah.
The Muhammad drawings that got 12 people killed because somebody was a little testy over a drawing. I understand with the freedom of speech and the freedom of press. I have the freedom to say whatever I feel. I can say whatever I want about the government. They cannot put me in jail. I cannot be a political prisoner in that fashion. Not yet. But with the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech, and the freedom of press, I could say what I want and do what I want, but doesn't mean that I'm free from the consequences. But in that same manner, drawing a picture shouldn't really result in the death or multiple deaths of anybody.
No.
Because Dana Lash brought it up on her show shortly after it happened. The people in Paris were killed, but there was a lady in Seattle that was a cartoonist. I don't know if hers got published or not. She said something about it on social media. I forgot what her original name was. She has now gone into hiding. She has a new name. She has a new identity because the Muslims have decided to put a death contract out on her. Listen up. If you are one of those kind of Muslims living here in America, get out. If you can't take it, somebody mocking your religion or your religious leader, get out. You are not welcome here. I'm done with it. No. Because I am a Christian. I hear all the time how my God is just my invisible friend in the sky and how Jesus was a multitude of things that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? That's their belief. I'm not going to kill them for it. The most I might do is pray for them.
Yeah.
I might try to talk to them sensibly saying, hey, you kind of got your facts wrong here. Here's some things to back up what I'm saying. But I'm not going to kill. That is not what we stand for in this country. What I do stand for is if you start threatening a whole bunch of people over this kind of stuff, I'm going to be behind them with my gun and some friends that have guns. And if you take a step towards that person, we will shoot you. And if I'm the one that gets the bullet in you, from what I remember from what I read in the Quran, you go to hell. You do not pass go. You do not collect 72 virgins. You go directly to hell because I am a woman and I killed you. And I almost said the word.
Yeah, nice catch.
I censored for Meredith.
Hey.
But no, don't bring that crap here. We do not want it here. Stop it. Stop. Done.
I have a question about
Shoot.
that. So, if, just for fun, I made a stick figure and titled it The Prophet Muhammad,
Mm-hmm.
and I, you know, like a 3-year-old stick figure, and I posted that on Twitter. It'd be an interesting social experiment. I wonder how many people would wish death upon me.
I'm not sure. I know shortly after the attacks, Twitter had a hashtag, Draw Muhammad,
Yeah.
and a lot of people went on. All of them are still alive. I don't know if any of them got death threats because of it.
Okay.
But I think it's just because it was on Twitter, they didn't care as much. So I don't know. I have to wait to see how that will play out.
Yeah.
But I know the ones that did draw, a lot of them, ex-military.
Yeah, that
And I'm
sounds
not going
about
to
right.
say their names. I'm just saying they're ex-military. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Come at me, bro. But yes, that is an interesting. This is something that I've had to explain to atheists. It is the freedom of religion, not freedom from religion.
Right.
Very important distinction there. If you're offended by my faith, and I happen to be a Christian and I'm every day stronger in that faith, and you don't like me praying before a meal or saying God bless you, that's your too bad, because guess what? You don't have the right. You don't have the right to not be offended.
Right.
It's shocking, but it's true. The only way you can change that is by changing what offends you, or just choosing not to be offended.
Right, because the example that's always used when stuff like this comes up is some artist did His Christ a few years ago. Number one, here's my thing. I don't count that it's art. I count that as juvenileness. Though I don't agree with the Muslim faith, I did write a story on my personal blog earlier this week about mocking the Muslim faith. Because somebody on Twitter said that they wanted a T-shirt that read, my other toilet paper is the Quran. And at the time, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to make it for you, you know. And so I did a mock-up of it. And I did a screenshot and I sent it to him. Said, this is what it looks like. And even when I was making it, I'm sitting there going, that's not right. You know, going after somebody, another religion's holy book like that.
Yeah.
You know, then I started to picture, well, what if I saw like an atheist wearing something that says my other toilet paper is the, you know, is the Bible? I'm sitting there going, you know, that's not right. And so I didn't say anything more about it. I was just kind of hoping it would just been that fleeting moment in Twitter.
Right.
Which a lot of times can happen. No. Because it happened on a Saturday. I came home from church on Sunday and my mentions blew up. Somebody of the Muslim faith attacked me and the guy that I sent it to.
Oh.
And since I was at church, I was on my Twitter feed to respond. So the guy kind of took care of it. But I kind of felt convicted at that moment that it wasn't right. Because a religion is what you believe, and I get that. But with that religion, with my religion and with most religions, I'm not trying to force it down your throat. I'm just simply stating, this is what I am.
Mm-hmm.
This is how my life is. If you would like to know more about how you can have this joy and this happiness, come talk to me. If you don't, that's fine. Just know that this is what I'm about, so every once in a while it's going to come up in conversation. Now, the Muslim faith, as read in the Quran, I am to be killed because I am an infidel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will not convert. I don't plan on ever converting. It's just the way it's going to be. Why? Because I know when I die, I'm going to heaven, and I'm okay with that. Do I want it to be done by beheading or to be shot? Not really.
No.
I kind of want to go in my sleep. Hopefully not when I'm driving.
No.
Work. Because that would be bad.
Details.
But, you know, but that's a freedom that, number one, was given to me by nature millennia ago.
Yeah.
It was given to me. But the people who created the government of America wanted that right for all of us, to be able to worship the God that we feel is right, openly and without having fear. And I refuse to let another religion make me feel like I'm in fear for loving my God. I will never allow that to happen, and I will not allow that to come onto on these shores. I won't.
No.
Nope. I will give myself America. I will sick all my 12 bald eagle pets on you. That's how serious I am. Don't do that.
You don't want to mess with bald eagle either. They're vicious.
Mm-hmm.
They'll swoop down. They got talons and stuff.
Oh my goodness! Have you ever seen how much of a thing that they could pick up?
Yeah.
That one pick up like a huge old salmon once. I'm like, damn!
My dog Sanka would be like a snack for them.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Appetizer. Yeah. Religion is a tricky thing. I don't ever want to purposefully offend somebody regarding their faith.
Right.
I have unintentionally done so. But
well, it's going to happen.
You know, those microaggressions, whatever they are. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah. Rights are a tricky, tricky thing. Like, it says we have the right to pursue happiness. It doesn't say we have the right to have happiness.
Right.
Very different thing. And when we talk about fair share and evening things out and everybody needs a break and whatever, it all needs to be fair. The best way to make it fair, in my estimation, is to exercise that right to pursue happiness. Exercise it. Because
Exactly.
then you bring people up to a level instead of taking people down to the level. You never want to take away from somebody. You always want to give to somebody. So
exactly.
we want to make sure that people exercise that right to pursue happiness. Free education, not a right. Oh, you know what else isn't a right? Are you ready? It's going to blow your mind.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You do not have the right to health care.
What?
You don't? I know, mind blown. Despite everything that you've heard from this administration and Nancy Pelosi, healthcare is not a right. It is a privilege. And true, if you show up somewhere and you are in bad shape, doctors, good doctors, will take care of you regardless of your skin color, your financial situation, your gender, your sexual identity. None of that matters to them. They only see a human in front of them that they need to help.
Exactly.
And that's how it should be.
Right.
But it's not a right.
No, it's not.
I hate to break it to you all, but I looked up and down the Constitution, and I cannot find anywhere in the Constitution where it says you have the right to adequate health care.
Are you sure? Did you check the Good and Plenty clause? Because I'm pretty sure it's there. It might be on the back of one of the pages.
It might be. I might have to go to the original.
Yeah, because I think it was written in pencil.
It might be, or was it lemon juice? Let's see. I thought I had my pocket Constitution right here that I was gonna like quickly reference, but of course.
Oh, if not, check it out. Did you know there's an app for that?
Of course there is. There's an app for everything that you could possibly ever want. I just thought I had it right here because this is normally where I keep it. And yes, I keep a pocket Constitution, and yes, I reference it all the time because I want to make sure that things are constitutional when they say they are. But I appear to have it at another desk, not this one. Dang it. We're totes professional.
It's okay, because, check this out. Because the one on my phone isn't coming up, oddly enough. But the same dictionary that I looked up all those definitions in, it's like the oldest book I ever have. But in it, it's like the best thing ever because it does have, not only does it have the Declaration of Independence, it has the Constitution written in it. Everything that I need is
awesome.
Best thing to ever come out of the 80s. Well, okay, one of the coolest things to come out of the 80s.
I don't know, we had Duran Duran too, so.
This is why books will always be superior to Kindles.
Always.
Hardcover books to ebooks. Okay, just wanted to put that out there.
And again, those would be wants, not rights. But when you open a book, you get freedom.
Amazing.
I know. I know. It's like it sings. It's like, oh, freedom.
Love freedom.
I do too. I love freedom. I love that we are granted certain rights to ensure our freedom. Things like the right to life, right to pursue happiness. These are all things that are rights.
The right to vote, the right to own a gun.
Yes? Yeah.
The right to a speedy trial, and the right to remain silent, which a lot of people don't do.
They don't exercise that near enough. I know I don't. So, but that's why I do this. Ha! Then I can talk. Yeah, there's lots of rights, and they're very important rights, and we need to be careful when we say things like education is a right, healthcare is a right.
Abortion is a right.
Yeah, abortion, that's like a whole other topic. That'd take us like an hour. Yes. But we need to be careful what we designate as a right, because when you start saying, well, I have the right to free education, you kind of diminish that whole, well, I have a right to life thing, too.
You know what that's like? Remember when we were talking about rape and what is real rape and what is the social justice rape? Because the rights that these people are talking about, it's kind of like eye rape.
Yeah.
It's something that's made up in their head for them to get angry about and have a cause to fight for, but it's really not rape.
Yeah. Well, it's like the sovereign citizens. Do you know about sovereign citizens?
I know at one time we used to be a sovereign nation.
Right. Well, this is taking that but putting it on the individual, so they don't subscribe to having a driver's license or social security card or anything like that. But oddly enough, they like to quote the Constitution a whole lot, which I find amusing, because if you're gonna follow what is considered the supreme law of the land, you are not a sovereign citizen. You are an American, because you're following the supreme law of the land. So stop that. Just stop it now. Stop with this whole sovereign citizen thing. You guys are silly, and you cause the police headaches. And you make it difficult for the rest of us that are actually conservative and actually want the country to work together and exercise certain rights, like the right to peacefully assemble, the right to petition, the right of free speech, the right of freedom of religion. These are all really important rights, and you're messing it up, sovereigns. Quit it out.
They're up there with the people that constantly wear their AR-15s into fast food places.
Oh my gosh!
And
yes.
Target. And it's like not needed, not needed.
Okay.
No.
You know what? I know we're running out of time, so this is going to be my one last thing, because right now it's on my head, and I just have to say it because people are going to fall over backwards when I say it. Moms demand action. Shannon Watts. Guess what? I agree with you that people who are carrying around AR-15s and open carrying in big groups are idiots. They make people like me look crazy Looney Tunes. But here's the thing. The way you're going about trying to get that to be stopped makes you crazy Looney Tunes. So stop. Let's all get behind this whole notion that, just stop bringing your rifle to Chipotle, okay? Could we just stop doing that? Could we stop carrying our 357 Magnums through Kroger. Just stop. We understand. We get it. You have the right to do that. Here's the thing about rights. Just because you have them doesn't mean you have to exercise them every second of every day. Okay?
Right.
You have the right to keep and bear arms.
Yes.
But
I have the right to be stupid. Doesn't mean I have to exercise it all the time.
exactly. So don't take the sound clip saying that I agree with Moms Demand Action and not follow it up with the rest of it, because so help me, I will make sure it gets followed up with the rest of it.
Mainly because I don't know how to edit, so this will be raw video that will be on YouTube and elementary politics.
Yep. We will. Don't do it, Shannon.
Don't do it.
She didn't block me on
Unless you
Twitter,
block
by
me
the
on
way.
Twitter, so people will never hear my voice really.
No, she hasn't blocked me. I followed her, and she hasn't blocked me yet. I find that amusing.
Well, because you haven't said anything to her yet. I did, which I'm fine with.
Holy crap.
I called her out.
I might tweet this at her.
There you go. You should.
I will. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Shannon. Watch
I love it when a plan comes together.
Excellent, Smithers. Anyway, what's your one more thing? Do you have a one more thing?
Not really. Mainly because my mind just went blank. Because, yeah, it's been a long week. Yeah.
Yeah, it has
Like,
been.
in all honesty, the last week, from last Friday up until today, so like this whole week, if I told y'all what happened to me this past week, y'all be like, "We're sorry."
Yeah, y'all.
And then y'all would do me a pity party, and I'll be like,
happy notes. Seriously.
Yeah. "My happy notes on my check didn't bounce." So hey, I love it when my paycheck doesn't bounce. So
That's always a good thing. But yeah,
Right.
you know, tweet nice things at Butterfly Wings. They're beautiful wings. Damn it. I'm tired. I can't even blame it on alcohol.
Reading is hard, though. Words
Brain-
are hard. If I've learned anything from Al Sharpton, grammar is really hard.
Oh, Al.
So,
Yeah.
yes, if you want us to, cover something that's really dear to your heart and just want to hear our take on it, tweet it at me, tweet it at Miss Muffy, or put it on our Facebook page. We would love to hear from all of you.
Yep.
If you want to try to argue with us and think that you have a chance of winning, give me Fly Wings on Twitter.
Yeah.
Please. I love a good argument.
Oh, you and me both, girly. That's why we get along so well. But yeah, if you wanna put me to task, go ahead. In-depth girlism. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I tweet weird stuff every so often, like pictures of cakes and dogs. Usually not together. But I always have my facts straight. So if you try to tell me that I'm wrong, you better come prepared. That's all I'm going to say. Shannon.
I think that's a good note to leave on.
Yeah.
Because we're going completely mobster on you. We're made. Come on. All right.
Watching,
So,
watching you.
okay. Bye.
Bye.